What's up, everybody? I'm Gigi of Gigi by Design, and today we're going to be talking about how slowing down can actually speed up your manifestation process. Here's how. Think of your brain as a computer and your thoughts and beliefs like programs. When you turn on your computer first thing, all those programs pop up and start running automatically without you even having to do anything. And your brain is the same way. When you first wake up in the morning, you start acting out a series of habits and routines, whether you realize it or not. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with operating out of automatic habits and routines as long as they feel like they're beneficial for us and aren't inhibiting our growth. But the problem becomes when we get tunnel vision and we just start acting out step over step over step and letting it run unexamined. This is how you wind up in a stagnant reality where nothing seems to change because your actions aren't changing. At the end of the day, manifestation isn't magic. It's truly an alignment of your thoughts and beliefs along with inspired action. The thing about habits is that they feed off of one another. So if you've gotten accustomed to checking your phone, followed by drinking coffee, followed by watching the news, you're going to keep playing out that habit until you step in and act differently. And that's why your reality sometimes doesn't change until you start to change your actions. So, how does this play into the manifestation process? When you start to slow down and become aware of how you're acting out these habits over time, you can step in and choose to create a new pathway. The reason you've been operating this way for so long is that you've carved out a neural pathway because you've done it over and over again. Your brain just runs on autopilot and you act out the behavior whether you're aware of it or not. I'll give you an example. Last week, I lost my phone for approximately 72 hours. And at first, it was annoying and inconvenient, but over time, I started to become aware of how mindlessly I was using technology in my day-to-day life. For example, I'd listen to music or podcasts when I was simply walking to the store. I would listen to things in my car. I would pick up my phone while I was working or watching TV, and it ultimately was a huge distraction that I wasn't even aware of. So once it was removed, I was able to become much more aware of how I was using technology in my day-to-day life and how I had been creating habits and routines around it that ultimately weren't helpful for me. Another benefit of slowing down is that you become less attached to the outcome. Instead, you fall in love with the process, and as a result, you're able to see new opportunities that might not have been available to you. Because when you're acting out of habit and routine, you get into that tunnel vision mentality, and you're only thinking about the next thing you have to do. When you slow down and take a breath, you might see something that you hadn't noticed before. For example, when I didn't have my phone and I could go on walks and maybe I noticed a beautiful tree or a bird or wound up having a conversation with the cashier because I wasn't distracted by my phone. And then lastly, as you become less attached to the outcome, you'll attract in what you want a lot more quickly because you're not repelling it. Think of yourself as a magnet. When you're operating in a high frequency and you're feeling good about yourself, you're going to notice a lot more positive things happening around you and as a result, attract in more positive opportunities. The best time to break your habit or routine cycle is first thing in the morning. Set the tone for the rest of your day by doing something different than you normally would. Instead of picking up your phone, try journaling or meditating. Do something that gives you that mind-body connection. Because when you're locked into the mind-body connection, you're in the present moment, and that will allow you to see things in a new light. You'll stop acting out of routine and habit and instead maybe choose to do something differently, which will change the trajectory of the rest of your day. So comment below and let me know what new habit you're going to try implementing first thing in the morning. Take care.